Hello friends, 756 days of war between Russia and Ukraine. In the southern war zone on Kherson front, Ukrainian army is building fortification in coastal areas. It is also sending fresh troops across Dnieper River to Krinky through small boats and is able to hold it, and also on Anti-Novsky Bridge. On Zaporizhia front in Orikho sector, Russian army is making small advancements towards northwest of Verbo, while fight is continuing inside Rabotino, which is being held almost 50% by the Ukrainians. As far as Rimivki salient is concerned, there are no significant changes. Only positional battle continuing from both the sides. In fact, no ground operations have taken place since 3rd of March. In north, on the Russian border from Kharkov to Sumi regions, Ukrainians are still trying to get inside Belgorod Oblast. From Tyotkino and Kozinka direction, they have also carried out attacks from Grevoronsky, however without much gains. In the meantime, Ukrainians artillery as well as UAVs are continuing attacking Belgorod and Kursk regions. Further towards northeast in Kupiansk-Svatov direction, fight continues for Sinkyivka, Ivanovka, no changes, while on Criminal Liman direction, Russians have made some gains towards Yampolovka, where a heavy fight is continuing, and similar is situation towards Terny. Coming to east, north of Soledar-Siversk region, Russians are continuously attacking Belgorovka. They had even reached up to the outskirts, but due to Ukrainians' counter-offensive, they have retreated. No changes. Bakhmut, Russians are continuously shelling quite heavily on Chasev Yar direction. And fight is continuing for Krasnohorivka, which is controlled now by the Russians. Maximum of it, Ukrainians are only holding in the outskirts on the western side. As far as southern flank is concerned, no changes towards Klishchivka and Avdiivka. Further up north, Bogdanovka, fight continues. Ukrainians carried out offensive operations along Razdolovka, Orikho, Vasilivka line. However, no changes. They withdrew. Avdiivka heavy fight continuing in the northern outskirts, while similar situation towards Stonenko, where both the armies hold 50-50. Orlivka, where Russians had claimed that they have taken over the entire establishment, Ukrainians claims to control a small village in west of Orlivka, where there are approximately 15 to 20 houses, though demolished, on the other side of the river bank. This could be about 7 to 8% of Orlivka, and there also Russian army has advanced almost 340 meters in deep on a line of 500 meters. Fight is on towards northern side, that is towards Novokalinovo, and south in Pervomaisky, Nevelsky, from where Russians are trying to advance in the northwest direction. Maryinka front, wherein north of it, where the Russians had advanced inside Krasnohorivka, retreated after heavy counterattack by the Russians. Now Russians are on the southern outskirts. In Novomikhailivka, the Russians have advanced further from the center of the establishment. Ukrainians are continuously shelling Belgorod district and Kursk region and other areas like Crimea, Voronezh. Russians are continuing their deep interdictions as well as adjacent ones very regularly. Palestine Israel Middle East, IDF struck Damascus with multiple waves of missiles. While in Gaza, in northern side, fight continues around Al-Shifa hospital, while there are inactiveness as far as central and southern Gaza are concerned. In West Bank, large-scale arrests are continuing, and on Lebanon-Israeli border, sporadic exchanges of shelling reported. South Korean Defense Minister has questioned Ukrainian version of Bucha massacre and says not yet proven. Farmers' protests continuing, and approximately 70,000 of them in Poland will be blockading the entire country. France is making up its mind to send 2,000 French troops to Ukraine in coming time. In the meantime, huge number of desertion and surrender are being reported by the Ukrainian troops, which has become almost 4,600 in the last 2 months only. Previous year, in 2023, it was 16,000, while even 1 year earlier to that, that is 2022, only 6,000 had deserted. While the Russians claim that the Ukrainians' losses have increased almost 70% in last 2 months. A serious matter as far as Ukrainians and Western powers and their military representatives, analysts are concerned. Elena Panina says that US is planning offensive by 2025 where Ukrainians will strike throughout Crimea. And that's all for the day, friends. Thank you.